Have you ever wondered how you can increase your client delivery capacity without hiring a single new person? And this has nothing to do with working harder, having better tools, or even hiring smarter people. As a founder, you know exactly this feeling. An overdue invoice, a team member called in that he or she is sick, a Slack message left unanswered while the client is waiting. Or worse, you are on a holiday trip with a family and your phone will not stop buzzing. After a few hours, you are back in a firefighting mode again. Deep down, you know that this is not scaling. This is survival in disguise. This is basically where one of my agency clients got stuck. They had enough clients, revenue. However, everything still depended on the founder. For example, they spend more than 50,000 each month on staffing, and mostly contractors hire project by project. Whenever the workload spike, they hire more, and when the workload drops, they just fire people. And everything on the back end was quite manual. Approval process basically took weeks. The team were overwhelmed, documentation were outdated. And every time there's problem, it always goes back to the founder's inbox. The business was earning money, however, they could not handle money. This means that basically the business has no consistency, no retention, and also no real structure. This founder believed that his tools were enough. However, from my experience, no tools can replace the structure behind your business, basically the systems that runs your business. And why most business breaks when they grow, and it's usually not people's problem, it's a structural one. Because there are many things involved, such as your operations needs to be improved, your decisions needs to be centralized. And for example, this client, his teams were moving, however, the business was not. His team was growing, however, his business was not. And growth just exposed more problems, and his business got worse and not better. This is exactly the difference between a company which can earn money and a company which can handle money. Now I'm going to show you in 5 steps how you can increase your client delivery capacity without hiring a single new person. We need to map your business like an architect and not a technician. Or basically, we need to zoom up of your business and look at the big picture. We look in your business in 3 layers. First, the core systems that drives the business, such as sales, marketing, HR, logistics, whatever it is. Secondly, we will look into the repeatable processes within the system itself. Lastly, we will look into the day-to-day workflows that drives your processes. This is the part where most founders skip. However, if you look at this on a big picture, you will know that it drives the way you will run your business. We are going to remove the founder from operational gravity. Each workflow will be audited. We just ask 3 simple questions. 1, can this process be automated? Can this workflow be delegated? And does this really need the founder's input? Most people call delegation is basically passing on tasks without accountability. However, we rebuild structure through systematically mapping and building new ownership logic. This means that we no more asking the founder by default and no more approval process piling up, and delivery does not depend on one person's availability. How can you simplify your documentation work? The trick is to document while you're working and not after. This means there's no extra SOP days, There's no extra meetings. All you need to do is just to record the work in real time. Your team members can just record the videos in Loom or in some sort of videos, and then just transcribe them, use AI to clean them up, and turn them into standard operating procedure. If any task that needs to be done twice, it is part of the system. This is what I call leverage and not bureaucracy. Do not automate your business without intention. Do not automate your business just because it is trendy. You need to automate your business because it makes sense, because it helps you. For example, data handovers, repeatable internal tasks, weekly reports, notification and follow-ups, admin work or administration manual work. When it is automated, it can help you a lot, even though those are really, really small tasks. And this can help you and your team, if you have one, to really focus again in what your core values are and what your core business is. How do you simplify decision-making process? If your decision process is very complicated and it's too much, and this will cause decision fatigue, and the quality of your decision will basically be reduced. How do you do it? Firstly, you build internal decision rules. Secondly, you set ownership to this decision. It means that everyone will have a clear accountability in your decision making, whether it's a person or if it's automation or AI workflow. Each step has a clear decision making process. Lastly, you need to set clear boundaries on what to decide, by whom, and how you can do it is basically you can, for example, introduce async dashboards, or you can also turn like daily meetings into weekly status update. You need to give people, or during the delegation to machines, basically the ownership and accountability. This you'll realize that as a founder, you will reduce the number of decisions you have to make each day. And I call this basically the power of operational leadership. It's not because it's louder or faster, because it's clearer. And this will reduce your cognitive load and the friction that you have every single day. As a result, the founder whom I work with was able to increase his client delivery capacity without hiring a single new team member. The onboarding time was reduced, the project management stabilized, the team members have clear ownership and they feel more motivated to work. Most importantly, and the best part was that the founder was able to completely switch off and have a proper holiday after 4 years, because he knew that his business could run without him. So one big question for you: can your business run for a week without you? If the answer is no, it means that you do not have a tool problem or a people problem. It means that you have a structural problem. And because you do not have a system that frees your time and protect your team, and most importantly, most people think that it's an automation problem or an AI problem, but it's not. It's the structure in your business that is actually running your business. If you want deeper insights, you can sign up for my newsletter for weekly insights, or just subscribe to this channel. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.